Welcome to Arkansas Off-Road Adventures. Explore more, discover more.
Hey everybody, it's Michael with Arkansas Off-Road Adventures, and we're going to be doing a review or just looking at the Hcalory TB2 Plus diesel heater. We have had the VVOR heater. That was our very first diesel heater. We had it for a little over a year, and it still works to this day. It's been a really good diesel heater, but we decided that we wanted to move up to something a little bit bigger. This one here has like a 1.5 gallon diesel tank on it, so you know, half a gallon more, which might not seem like a lot, but you all know that when you're running these things, especially if it gets really cold, they'll use a little more diesel. So having a little more diesel is a lot better. This one also is 36% more efficient than most diesel heaters. So we are really excited to try this diesel heater out when we're able to. So right now I just want to kind of look and show you some of the stuff I've done. Now, this thing come out with the god awfulest long exhaust pipe on it, okay? This thing was huge. I'm sitting there thinking, I don't need it that big, okay? And I didn't. So I did make some modifications, and I'm able to now utilize the inside of this box, this toolbox part, to put my power cord inside of here, and I'm able to put my exhaust port in here as well. Now the fresh air thing, it sticks outside here. That's not a big deal, but I didn't want, you know, we're in the overlanding world, we're all the time trying to figure out how to compact stuff where we don't have to have stuff laying all over the place. So we try to do stuff, you know, and think outside the box on how to make things better so we don't take up so much space. So what I've done, so you can come over here and take a look what I've done. So I'm able to put everything underneath of this, inside of this diesel heater. Now, you're going to look at this thing, man, you've took a lot off that, and I did. I shortened this thing up so it will now go right onto here, and so I've got it pointed downward, and it's up off the ground, so we're not going to have to worry about that because I actually have a stand that sits there, and so it ain't gonna bother that. It'll be able to exhaust right off the side, not a big deal. Or if I have to, I can even turn it this way, and that won't be a big deal either. Kind of put a little bit at an angle. It's good to keep those kind of pointed downward. You don't want to point it upward in case there's a condensation buildup. And so anyways, I'm able to do that. I'm able to put my power cord and tuck it up nicely inside of there, so everything can go right inside of there, so I don't have to look for my exhaust anymore. I don't have to look for this or store it anywhere special. Everything can go right here and be compact right inside of this diesel heater. So I don't think it's going to hurt anything. I bought this unit. They didn't send it to me. So anyways, it's on me if something happens, but I don't think that's going to create an issue at all because it's out far enough. It can exhaust itself out. So I don't think it's going to be a big deal at all. Now, something else that I bought, because it did not come with the diesel heater hose to put on here. And I bought this off of Amazon, and I bought it mostly because I like these little twisty things on here to tighten it up with. But what I didn't know, it's also got like a 3 or 4 layer lining on this. But if you notice something, and so this is something that I'm going to be curious about, is will this thing go back to shape after I've used it and it's heated up? Because if you notice here, what's really neat, it's like this. And all you know that when you buy a diesel heater, dryer vent hose, or whatever you put on it, they just fling out like a big slinky, and then you're trying to get them back together and tucked up. Well, this one here, I can actually go apart like that, and then right back together. So I'm curious if it will go back like that after I've used it. Maybe once it cools down, maybe to go back, but I'm just wondering about when it warms it up, will the heat actually bother it that it may not go back together? So that's something that I'm going to be trying in just a little bit. I'm going to fire this diesel heater up inside of our rooftop tent and let it heat it up real good, let it run for a little while, And out of curiosity, I want to see if this thing is going to go back to shape again. So kind of like an accordion in a way. So, but anyway, so we're going to try that out. This is a 4-inch air hose to go up in there, because this has a 4-inch part here. It's a 4-inch part on side of there. So you're going to get some good airflow going up inside of that tent with this thing as well. It's not real flimsy on the center part. So, I mean, it's flexible, but it keeps a really good, I don't know what word I'm actually looking for. It keeps a good circular look to it, I guess you could say. It doesn't try to just bend and fold up and all that stuff like, you know, a lot of them do. They get all curly and they get hot and they just start flexing and flopping. And but this one here should put off some pretty good air up inside of that tent. So, all right, guys, I'm going to get off here. I'm going to get this thing hooked up into the Jeep's power station and get ready to try this thing out. And then I'll bring you all back here in just a moment. All right, everybody, I've got the diesel heater set up here by our tire, and then I've got the hose up into the vent here of the rooftop tent. We've got the TOPOAK Galaxy 2.0 rooftop tent here. It has a diesel heater port hose right here on the side of this. We've had this tent since the end of February. This thing has been an absolutely awesome tent. We also have the TOPOAK 270 awning that's on the other side. Y'all may have seen that in some of my other videos. But we really like the TOPOAK products. They've been really, really good. And so we've not had a bit of issue out of this. So down in the description box below the video, I will put a link in there to our affiliate link for TOPOAK. So if you're interested in a TOPOAK product, you're getting you a rooftop tent or a 270 awning, you can go on there, check it out, use our affiliate link, and we would absolutely appreciate it. And so yeah, they've got some really good tents. They're really good price. They're not outrageously priced. Their tents. So there's a lot of tents out there. I think I gave like $1,800 or so for this tent right here. And there's a lot of tents that are very similar to this that are way more than this, like $2,000 or $3,000. So TOPOAK, this has been a really good tent, and so absolutely 100% we recommend the TOPOAK Overland brand for sure. So, but anyway, we're going to talk a little bit more about this toolbox heater by Hcalory. We love this. Again, we've not actually got to take it out and review it yet, but I have started it up when I put everything together and tried it out. I really like the box design on it. Yes, it is a little bit more bulkier, but I can store everything inside of it like I showed you a while ago. It also comes with its own app, so you can control that from inside of your tent. And I left it inside, but it also has a temperature controller that you can put inside of the tent with you, and it will send information back and forth to the heater. So if you want it to get up to about, like, say 76 degrees and then it gets to 76, then this thing will turn itself down once it reaches that temperature, and then if it gets below that, it'll kick itself back up. So it also has a carbon dioxide detector inside of it, if that should be an issue, which I don't really see how that could happen being an issue inside of there, but they do have that in there just for a safety point, because you never know, things do happen. So and we don't want nobody to get hurt, that's for sure. But anyways, we're going to get ready to fire this diesel heater up. I've got it plugged into the Jeep's power supply in the back, and so we're going to fire this thing up, and we're going to try out this diesel heater, this hose that I bought. We're going to see if it will take shape back after it's ran a while. So going to get ready to hit the heat button here, and we're going to confirm it. And so the diesel heater is getting ready to come on. I don't know if y'all can even hear it from there, so we'll bring you over here a little bit closer. That way you can hear it starting up. It's very, very quiet. If you can't hear it right now, it's actually already running. It's getting ready to ignite. The diesel pump on this thing is absolutely quiet. You'll hear it when it starts up a little bit, but then after that, you can't really hear it at all. So a lot of diesel heaters will sound like a rod knocking in an engine. Some of them do, but this one here is definitely a lot quieter. So we're going to give it a minute, let it fire up. That way you all can hear actually how loud it really is. So so I think you're actually going to be really impressed with it. So we're going to give it just a minute here and let it get fired up. All right, guys, we've got the diesel heater. It is already ignited, and listen, you can hear it revving up, but you can't even hear the diesel pump. It's that quiet. Unless you got down there right on top of it, you couldn't even hear it right now. Okay, so right now we've got the diesel heater on 6, so it's up there cranked up pretty good right now. You can see it's kind of burning off some of the excess new on the unit still. So we're getting that burning off of there right now. So now that we've got it running, we've got it up on 6, we're going to go ahead and turn this thing down to number 1. So we're going to turn this down to its lowest setting. So we'll give it a minute here and it'll start to shut down. Yeah, we're getting some good heat coming up this right now. So now you can tell it's actually starting to lower itself down now that it's got itself up and running. So now it's going down to level 1. That's your lowest setting that this diesel heater will do. So it's coming down. That initial startup, it always blows a little harder until the unit gets really warmed up and gets running, and then it'll lower itself down. So like I said, we're on setting number 1 right now, and this thing is probably putting out some pretty good heat. Going up inside of here, this thing's nice and warm going in there. So I'm going to go up in here, check it out real quick and see how the airflow is coming inside of this thing. Yeah, this thing's putting off some good heat. Really good heat. And we're only on number 1, so I know that if I was in here when it was really cold, this thing is definitely huge, making a huge difference. Our Vivor, it had the 30-inch hose on it, and this one being a 4-inch hose, and it's able to put up a lot more heat up inside of here. One thing I like about it, the longer you put your, I like about this hose, is that the longer your hose is, the more heat. And you know, and they get real curly, and so every one of those turns, that's some kind of resistance to the airflow that comes out of your diesel heater. So it's really important if you can keep your diesel heater as short as possible, but still to where you can use it. And this one here, because of the lining, the double, it's got like 3 or 4 linings inside of this thing. It keeps it really nice and stiff all the way up, so you don't really have that drag to the airflow when it comes out of the diesel heater. So that really makes a huge difference as well. But I can definitely tell this thing on 1 is putting a lot of air in there compared to what the Vivor did, for sure. But anyways, guys, I wanted to talk just a little bit about this diesel heater. These were on sale on Amazon. I got a heck of a deal on this back during I guess it had been Black Friday sale they had online. I was able to get this, plus I had a promotional thing from it as well, so I ended up giving like $165 for this diesel heater. They're over 200 bucks regular, so I was lucky to be able to get the promotional discount as well with it from Amazon. And then then they were already on sale on top of that, so really brought the price of it down for what I had to pay for it. So I was like, okay, I'm ready to buy one of these because it's right down there in a really good range. But you know, you're going to get what you pay for, and this thing here I believe is going to be a really good benefit to our overland camping. And so excited to use it when it gets cold. Hopefully we'll get out and do a little snow camping this year. and get some video out of that, and really put this thing to the test as well. Again, it's not waterproof. From what I understand, it's not waterproof. I mean, you might be able to put some kind of seal or something, I don't know, but it's not waterproof. So that's something you might want to consider as well if you have to do something, rearrange it differently, so that it doesn't get don't get wet on the casing itself. But from what I understand, this one in particular is not waterproof. Now, Hcalory does make one. I can't remember what it's a bigger toolbox looking one, and it is waterproof. So I don't know how much actually precipitation that this thing could actually handle. I wouldn't want to try it. If I can put it somewhere else, I definitely would. Like, I might be able to have my awning out and actually have it back here in the back somewhere where it wouldn't get wet if I had to. I've got a little stool stand that I can set it on and probably tuck it up under the Jeep if I had to do that also, to keep it out of the weather if it was coming a really bad rain also. So anyways, guys, I'm going to let this run for a little bit, and it's getting really good and hot right now. So like I said, my curiosity about this vent is, will it go back together? Will it shrink back up and compact itself like it did when it was new? So right now it's pretty darn warm, getting really warm and stuff. So I'd be kind of curious to see if it will. I mean, it acts like it wants to, so that would be a plus. But anyways, I will put a link into this about this hose that I got off Amazon. I think it only gave like $10 for it, so it wasn't even that much, but it's like some of the best quality hose that I've ever felt for a diesel heater hose. So I'll put the link in there if you want to try it, and I will I'll let you know did it go back together. So we'll give it just a few more minutes here. We're gonna let this thing get really good and warm. I mean, it's doing really good right now. It's pretty warm. It's not that hot on the outside like it normally would be with one of them thinner dryer hoses. So I can definitely tell that this lining here is making a difference. So again, that'll keep it warm all the way to the top and let that heat get up there without losing any of that heat as it travels from the heater up inside of the tent. So I'm gonna give it a few more minutes here, and I'll come back in just a moment, and after I take this back down, and let's see if it'll shrink back up again. So stay tuned. All right, guys, I've started shutting the diesel heater down. The diesel heater hose, we've had it on probably for what, 20 minutes or so, maybe a little longer than that. It's gotten really, really warm. It's not that bad. A lot of the time, these hoses, if they're real flimsy and real thin, they get hot and they'll start sagging. This one here has not lost its shape from the heat with that triple-like lining inside of it that it has. So that's a plus. So the diesel heater is shutting down right now. And so what I'm going to do, we're letting it shut down, but I'm going to go ahead and twist this loose. That way the air can go ahead and come on out of it. And so we're going to see, since this thing has been heated up, if it will collapse back down. So we're going to let it sit right there. Just a minute, I'm going to take it loose from up here. And I'm going to see if it will, once it cools down, if it will take shape back. Of course, it needs to cool down, no doubt about it. But I'm just curious if it's going to go back to its original shape. So we get it up through here, get it all back up. It's an 8-foot hose is what it is. And so get it up, managed, and back up here. It did. It went back to shape. So that's a plus. Typically, y'all know when you try to put these things together and you get wrong, it just flies out all over the place, like I said, like a slinky. This one actually went back into place. So you can put that in a small tote. You can put it in your drawer inside of your Jeep, your Gladiator, your Toyota, whatever your off-roading rig is, and go right back to that shape. So that's pretty neat. You can see inside of here, it has this foil lining, and so it's got like a triple wall in it. You can see it's got triple insulation inside of it. So definitely that's really cool. And so yeah, guys, it goes right back to its shape. So that's awesome. I consider that being a plus. So I will have the link to this in the description box below on Amazon. Again, I didn't give much for it, like maybe 10 or 12 bucks. I can't quite remember, but it wasn't much at all. It comes with these already with it, so that's good. It comes with your ring around it to tighten it up, your clamp, and then it has these little twisties on it to twist it up. So it comes with that as well. But yeah, guys, that's definitely a cool deal right there for sure. I did not buy it with the intentions of it doing that. When I got it out yesterday, I was like, that's cool. So yeah, it goes right back in, not a problem at all. So that's really cool. All right, guys, I appreciate each and every one of you for joining us today. Just doing this real quick review here about the Hcalory diesel heater, talking about this diesel heater vent hose right here. It's a 4-inch hose again. It passes the inspection to me that this is a really good product to have because it is more compact. It ain't flying all over the place, so that's really cool. So anyways, guys, I hope you all are doing well out there. Be sure you go and like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you'd like to become a Patreon to Arkansas Off-Road Adventures, you can click on the Patreon link in the description box below as well and become a Patreon for $5 to Arkansas Off-Road Adventures. All of our Patreons always have first dibs at anything that we go do out. Whether we're out trail riding, whether we're out going camping, you all have first dibs at getting to go. I notify everybody to say, hey, we're going to do this if you want to go, and so try to get a count of everybody that likes to go. So if you want to join Arkansas Off-Road Adventures Patreon, it's absolutely awesome, guys. I appreciate each and every one of you. And so again, be sure to go hit like and subscribe. It does not cost you nothing to hit the subscribe button, folks. It's amazing the people that don't hit subscribe. You know, maybe they don't like it, the content, okay? That happens. But a lot of people out here are like, well, don't it cost me to hit subscribe? It does not cost you money. All it does is help the channel grow. And so that's what we want to do. Give it a thumbs up. Go down at the bottom and give us a comment about, you know, this product right here, what you might think about it, and about the Hcalory diesel heater hose, or the Hcalory diesel heater, not the diesel heater hose. But anyways, guys, all right, guys, I'm going to get off here. We'll talk to you all later.